SavaniSis back in the house again.
Sorry we've been away for so long, but we've had a lot going on, haven't we, Cash?
Yes.
Yes, so I've just bought a house. Well, I bought a house a year ago, but just been doing it up. So here we are in the new house. And also,
I'm in the process of buying my first property as well.
so we're not using it as excuses, it's just we've been preoccupied and that's all. And we haven't been focusing a lot on content, but we've been talking about it. We always talk about this stuff all the time.
Yeah, and we have many cognitions along the way, and we always think, damn, shoot, if only we could record this or jot it down, but we don't usually have a notepad and pen with us, and we just have these conversations naturally.
So let's get to it, because often people ask our advice or just some guidance, or we're just having conversations with people. And what we've noticed is that sometimes someone wants to make a change, but they don't know where to start. And that also happens to us sometimes when we want to change or we want to up our personal or spiritual growth. There's so many techniques out there, we just don't know where to start. So the first step to change is awareness, being aware and saying, I need to change, something needs to change in my life. I want to be happier, I want to have better relationships, I want to have more money coming in, I want to feel more fulfilled, whatever it is for you. And first thing is to notice how many negative thoughts we have in a day. Negative or neutral. Neutral is neither good nor bad, but just meh, you know. Just average.
Just average thoughts.
That doesn't make you feel anything excited or looking forward to the future or moving towards your goals or moving towards what you want. If you take notice of it, if you track it down, you'll realize that most of our thoughts are neutral or negative. So if you track your progress and track your thoughts, if you were to monitor each and every thought that you have in a day, which is impossible, you can't do that because we have
60 to 70,000 thoughts a day.
But generally, if you look at what types of thoughts you've been having most of the time, you'll find most of them are either neutral or negative. We're focusing on something negative, or we're focusing on something neutral, something that's not going to inspire us or get us excited or feel good or feel happy or gratitude or love or any of those higher emotions. So when you notice that, remember, every thought has a chemical reaction in your body. Any positive thought will have positive chemical reactions taking place in your body that allow your body to heal, that also allow you to vibrate at a higher frequency. Every negative thought that you have, even if it's subtle, has negative chemicals being produced in your body. So just think of it this way: thought equals some sort of chemical reaction in your body. So if you know that and you want to have positive chemicals in your body, then would you not pay more attention to what you're thinking? So how do we then shift those negative thoughts into more positive thoughts? And it doesn't mean you have to be 100% positive all the time, 24 hours a day. It just means that you tip the scale where you have more than 50% of your thoughts being on the positive side rather than on the negative. That's when you know your positive ball of energy is growing.
And is finally bigger than the negative ball of energy.
And that's what we want. And that will create change in your life. That's what creates some magic in every area of your life. The first step you want to do is shift those thoughts. What's the easiest thing you can do? Well, most people have this excuse: I don't have
time.
Time is a huge thing. I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time to read inspirational books. I don't have time to even watch an inspirational YouTube video. Time. So the thing that you could do, and there are lots of things you can do, but the first easiest thing that we're talking from experience, especially Kashmir, who's been doing a lot of it lately, is affirmations. You've heard of these before, and we've talked about these before in our previous videos, which are a series of statements or just even one statement that's going to help you shift that mindset from negative to positive. Affirmations, often people say they don't work. The reason why they don't work is, number one, you're not persistent enough and consistent. So you do have to do a lot of them, and you have to do them every single day for quite some time. Everyone's different in terms of the length of time you do it for, but you do have to persist with it until you start to feel different. And even then, when you start feeling different, you have to still continue on this process. The second thing is we are using the wrong affirmations.
Why?
Yeah, so I'll give you an example of using a wrong affirmation. Let's say you're completely broke and you use the affirmation,
I am wealthy, I am rich.
what's going to happen is your subconscious mind, who's very used to being broke or feeling the feeling of being broke, your subconscious mind is repetitively say, I'm broke. That's a lie. I'm not wealthy. I'm totally broke. And in fact, using the statement, I'm wealthy, is going to make you feel awful, or it's going to make you feel angry or frustrated or bring about feelings of lack. Even though those words are positive, I am wealthy, it's a positive statement, but your subconscious just doesn't want to take it in. It's just so foreign to you that it's not going to work. If you feel saying a certain statement doesn't make you feel anything, makes you feel really bored, or makes you feel any kind of negative emotion like frustration or anger or lack, that's a sign that affirmation's not right for you. The type of affirmation you might want if you're broke would be things like,
Everything in my life resolves itself on its own. Or things keep getting better and better every day.
yeah, or things are resolving in my life. So you're not specifically making it towards money or that you're broke, but you're just saying that things are getting sorted out. And if you're really feeling it, then you could even say everything always works out for me, and everything is always working out for me right now. And so you're taking your attention away from the money and the lack of money, and you're just putting it in another type of context of everything's all right, you know, things are good, or things are getting better for me. And if that sits right with you, and you can have moments of feeling, yeah, that feels good, I can actually feel a little bit of that, even a little bit of that in your heart, you can feel it, that's the right affirmation for you. So that's the easiest thing that you can do when you want to start shifting your thoughts. And affirmations are so easy because it doesn't require time. When can you do it?
Well, we breathe every day, don't we? So the affirmations is the same thing. I mean, we're thinking 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. Did we set aside time to think 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day? No, it happens on autopilot, right? So the same way is when you start doing your affirmations repetitively and you persist with them, what happens is your subconscious mind starts to latch onto those affirmations and it replaces your old negative programming. And you just start saying, you start reeling out these affirmations without any effort at all. So while you're walking to the bathroom, while you're walking to the kitchen, while you're on your computer, like while you're doing mundane things, which you never set aside time for, stuff that you were going to do anyway during your day, you start reeling out these affirmations and it doesn't even take any conscious effort. I mean, if you just start doing this for 2 to 3 days, you'll notice a difference.
Oh, you will notice a difference. And if you do it several times a day, in 2 or 3 days, you will notice a difference. You will. I'm telling you, we've noticed a difference when we've done it.
Yeah.
There is a downside to what happens. Kashmir, explain what happened to you.
So what happens is when you first start this work of affirmations, oh, I'm going to start doing it. Yes, I can't wait. And you get really motivated even after you've watched a video like ours or you watch some other videos of people talking about the power of affirmations. You start the process, right? I'm going to start saying, I'm amazing, I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous, I'm the dream girl or guy that has it all. Everything is working out to my greatest best advantage. Things are looking so great in my life. Everything in my life is perfect. You start saying these empowering affirmations. You start actually feeling good. It doesn't take that long to start feeling empowered and good, especially if you do it in front of the mirror. What happens is first 2-3 days you're feeling great. About day 3 you start dipping. You start feeling low. You start feeling a shift in your mood. And you're like, how come I'm not feeling as high as I did when I first started doing these affirmations? And then the affirmations don't have enough oomph or power to it. It doesn't hold enough charge like it did initially.
And you get bored.
And then you get bored, yeah. And then you just take a back seat and you're not like consciously affirming anymore. And then your old thoughts start coming in. But it can be quite neutral, your thoughts. They're not really particularly like negative. They're not actually making you feel anything at all. Actually, they're just making you feel bored, dull, low, tired, just bored like, and stuff, which is how I was feeling, right? I was like, oh, I'm not feeling as like I was when I initially started doing it.
And that's when you need to pop the champagne and celebrate, because change is happening in you. Because change is happening in you and you're shifting, that's when your subconscious mind starts sending alarm bells saying, hey, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to these statements and feeling a bit better or feeling good about the situation. I'm going to do something to shake things up a bit. Negative thoughts come up. the boredom or the frustration of it, or I don't want to do this anymore, I'd rather be doing something else, I don't want to listen to these affirmations. So that's a really good sign that your subconscious is trying to keep you safe. Remember, that's the purpose of your subconscious. And safety is familiarity. I can never say that word properly, but being familiar with certain emotions, even if they're negative. If you're a negative thinker, your subconscious gets used to that, and it feels in a weird kind of way safe to feel negative emotions. When you start shifting it, the subconscious mind starts saying, hey, this is unusual, this is not my norm, I'm not used to this, I'm not used to such positivity and empowering affirmations. This makes me feel uncomfortable. The uncomfortable feelings will be brought up in lots of different ways, whether it's self-sabotage, you just stop doing them, you don't even realize why you stopped doing it, or you're feeling bored, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling anger, something else shows up in life and you use that as an excuse that this is why I can't do it anymore. It doesn't matter if that happens. The key thing is you recognize it. You know that this is what's happening. It's your subconscious battling with yourself. Change is happening. It's actually a good sign.
Yep.
And this is what I want to tell my subconscious.
Behave. I see what you're doing there. Get lost, because I know this is just a testing period and it's a temporary test. You know that you're going to skyrocket after this. This is actually all part of the process. So don't worry when you feel that dip after day 3 of doing your affirmations. This is meant to happen because, like Minal said, it's your subconscious mind battling with your negative emotions now. It's like a little bit of a war and a conflict going on, because it's like, what's this? What is Kashmir doing to my mind right now? She's saying all these positive affirmations she's never said to me before. Oh dear, I'm not familiar with this. I'm addicted to the thoughts of boredom and neutrality. But now, this was all part of the process. So don't worry, it's a temporary testing period.
Yeah. This is how you can bring about change, the simplest step that you can take. Of course, there's lots of other ways you can do it, but this doesn't require much time. And actually doesn't really require much effort, because you're literally just playing these affirmations in the background. Every now and again, I would say try and connect to some of the words that are being said and feel it in your hearts, and use your body to move with the affirmation. So for example, if it's a money affirmation, money chases me, money's obsessed about me, money's always there for me no matter what. Those statements, you can actually put your hand on your heart and move your body and really feel it, almost do a dance with the affirmation. And that way you're impressing your subconscious mind much stronger when you do that. And then it opens the door to so many things. And remember, affirmations doesn't have to take long, as in it doesn't take you years. You can change in a very short period of time if you're persistent and you're consistent with the changes with the affirmations. Also, take notice, the more you do affirmations, the more you'll become aware of your negative thoughts. If you're one of these people that likes to go down the rabbit hole of some negative conspiracy theory, and there's loads of conspiracy theories out there that some of them may be true, but if you go deep down the rabbit hole, you can get into quite a dark place. How is that going to contribute to the life that you want to create, to the vibration that you want to raise in you so that you can affect others? How is that going to contribute to your fulfillment? You're just feeding your mind with something negative. Something happens, there's a stabbing down the road, and you're focusing on that, and you're looking at the news around that, and you're listening to the gossip at work, and people are talking about it, and oh, and then this happened and that happened, and then you want to know the details about it. Then you talk to somebody else about it and say, do you know what happened there? All of that is feeding your negative mind. That is a sign that you're still in that negative place. And it doesn't matter, we all do it sometimes. The key thing is you become aware of it, you stop it, and you refocus your attention on the affirmations and the work that you're doing. And that is the key thing. It's all about awareness. You can get into that negative trap, but it's all about being aware and shifting your attention, your focus somewhere else. Because remember, energy flows where your attention goes. Ask yourself, where is my attention right now? Is it on some Instagram post that's not going to fulfill me or create the life that I want, or create that inner joy that I need? Something that is going to lift me up. Where do I want to put my attention? And remember that as a key step to change. Be conscious of your unconscious thoughts, behaviors and actions. That's the biggest thing that you can do. and it's hard work, but you can do it. You'll get the results. So that's all I want to say about today. I don't think there's anything else, but we will be talking about awareness in other videos. We'll go talk a little bit more about affirmations. We're going to talk about lots of other things. We're going to talk about your negative attention onto things as well, because we all do it, and it's really about being aware. So we'll cover all of that in our upcoming videos.
So I hope that was a cute little inspiration for you, and we will see you on the next video. Bye for now.